Thank you.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay, question start over here on the right with Zach.
Tough couple of throws in the first half. How do you mentally bounce back from that and get yourself back in the game?
Yeah, about did everything in my career. Not saying everything, but something similar. Don't necessarily like it one bit, but just was forcing things early and things that need to be corrected. But we talk about playing the next play and having to respond. There's no option. You go back out there and you got to keep swinging. So that's what I kept doing.
On the right, Eric.
What kind of got in the offense's way in the red zone? Not even interceptions included, but it just seemed like you guys had a harder time moving the ball when you got closer.
Yeah, just I think something we need to continue to emphasize. I think at times we're a block away or a catch and a throw away from turning it into points. I think a lot of it, we for sure get 3 in that situation, but would love to get 7. Just things we need to continue to look at and get better at. But it starts with me. That's what I say. I touch the ball every single play, and got to put us in a better situation. So we can, like that one last drive, we were able to go for it on 2 4th downs and go get it. But that's based on great ball security and having 4 opportunities, really 8 to go score.
Front left, James.
Because they stand out in such sharp contrast, Dillon. You hadn't had an interception in the red zone in a couple of years.
Yep.
Now you've got as many in these last 2 weeks as you did your freshman season.
Yep.
Are you just trying too hard? Are you putting too much on yourself in some of these spots because it's just so uncharacteristic?
Yeah. I would not say that. I just think that at times, my eyes get bigger than my stomach, in the red zone. And like I said, there's things that I've continued to learn, but obviously God's want to continue to teach me the lesson, and I keep making that decision. So at a certain point, there's just things you got to get better at and continue to emphasize. But you look at those 2 drives, how different of a game it'll be, and that's what we're striving for. Those 5 to 10 plays that could be the difference of the game. Thank God we have a great defense. Thank God our O-line and our running backs are running it really well. But like I said, in the tight games and in games that you need to be 100% scoring in the red zone, you can't have things happen like that.
Right here on the right.
After you take that big hit in the first half and then coming back so quickly and scoring yourself, how do you amp yourself up or get your head in the right mindset to go race to the pylon and get low and drop your shoulder after that hit?
Yeah, like I said, I've played a lot of football. Big hits are natural, and it's a physical game and things you go through. But like I said, you got to keep swinging. It don't stop. And the clocks continue to tick. So I got a job to do, and that's playing quarterback for our guys and doing it the right way. But being aggressive, that's throwing it and running it aggressively. I think that's something you got to have in college football, and it's belief and trust in one another, and then me to finish in that situation.
All the way in the back, Matt.
Touched on it briefly, just your thoughts on the offensive line, the run game. Why was it so successful, and what was the impact on the game, you feel like?
Yeah, I think schematically we had a lot of good things that put us in a good advantage. But I think up front, the knockback, something I can see from behind, in a really good way. But also just the 5 we have up there that we have extreme trust in. I think they've continued to get better every single game, and as we mesh together as a whole. But like I said, I think the combination schematically and then the guys, just having that mentality. And I'd be wrong to forget, Jordan and Noah just running a really aggressive. It really is a team effort. But when it's clicking in all cylinders, you can see how good it is. And the 5 to 10 plays is our strain to continue to get better. So that'll never end.
Back right, Chris.
Yeah, Dillon, can you look ahead to this week and the opportunity that's ahead of you guys with Ohio State coming to town next week?
Yeah, great opportunity. I think it's a great opportunity because the next, and 2 great programs that have been known for playing good football, and it's things you look to as a young man in playing the game is, those big time moments and great atmospheres. So super excited for it. We'll put this one to rest here tomorrow and go through it and dive into it, see how we can get better, and then, it's full steam ahead.
On the right here, out.
You spoke about the offensive line and their performance. I wanted to ask specifically about Jordan in his game. I think 150 rushing yards at half. What, at least from your angle, was he doing specifically just to create all those yards?
He's got great vision. The guy's special. And I think he would say the same, the guys up front, creating the alleyways for him to work with. But when you're able to give him that space and then work on a third level defender, then he's able to do his thing, and make a move and get vertical. So that's just a testament to him and his work. But you see the 1-2 punch with him and Noah. I think that's special. And then, whenever I can finagle my way into the run game, I try. But I'll leave that to them.
All the way in the back, Aaron.
You touched on it just a little bit before on the defense, but really at this point in the season, as you're heading into Big Ten play, like how much pressure does that take off your shoulders when you have a defense that is, shutting out a team all the way until the fourth quarter?
Yeah, they're special and they've been playing their butt off, and thank God, right? Because I put them in two difficult situations, but I wouldn't say it's less pressure. I think it's just more of a motivator for me to, play at a high level and not let those guys down. I think that's the main thing for me, right? Playing my game and trying to contribute the way I can, so that when we're all gelling together, all three phases, it can be special. So, like I said, I think from every game there's a lot to look at and learn from, but. Even more so, the emphasis got to be, on those mistakes on my end.
Right here on the left-hand side, sorry.
When you got a guy like Jordan on a heater in the first half, over 150 yards, over 10 yards of carry, how does that give you guys confidence as an offense going into the second half?
Yeah, the run game's important. We definitely knew that early on, that was working, and it was a point of emphasis. But I think it just opens up a lot of things, and allows us to, set things up, as the run goes. But yeah, I think anyone, who watches football, if you can run the football, at will in a great way, then usually it ends with victory. So.
On the right, Zach.
You had just taken that big hit, but did you have a chance to see the catch from Trayshawn Holden? And did you, whether in real time at the replay, and you have any words for him after that?
I didn't get to see it in real time, unfortunately. I got to see it halfway there, and then, of course the hit happened. But, yeah, I watched it back on the tablet. But, great play on his end. I saw him slip and make that catch, so great catch.
Right here.
What allowed the pass to Evan to work in terms of the touchdown there when, obviously the two previous ones have been kind of similar parts of the field and didn't work?
Yeah, I think just ball placement, I think helped. And it's really close in a lot of ways, but regardless of really close, it's the difference, between catching it and not. So got to continue to put them in great position to finish and make plays, and they've continued to show that. So, I look myself in the mirror and try to get better so that they can be in great position to do so.
Two more, back right.
Dillon, can you speak on your connection with Tez so far to start the season?
Yeah, love Tez, love everything he represents, just as a person. So I can definitely get behind a guy like that. But, to second, his playing ability is special. And he showed that, for many years. But I just think all the work we've put in together, the throwing sessions, whether it's one-on-one as a group, communication at a high level, a guy who's played a lot of ball as well. I had only good things to say about him. And, we, continue to find ways to, create solutions to problems. And he's a great problem solver. So glad he's on my team.
Last question, James, here on the phone.
Now that you're free to acknowledge the game that most everybody's been talking about for many, many months, just how much have you had a chance to look at this Ohio State defense in advance, even in the summer, Dylan, even if it's not during the season so far?
Yeah.
How much have you had a chance to see them, and are they the most talented defense that you've seen, perhaps even in your career?
Yeah, I think, naturally, as a guy who's played college football, you watch at times, whether it's in the hotel before the, night before the game or whenever it's on, depending on your time of game. But, obviously a team that's extremely talented have won in a matter of dominance. And, I think it'll be a great challenge and a great opportunity for us, in front of our home crowd to play ball. But like I said, you dream for moments like these and games like this, and I think everyone's excited for it. So, like I said, you just look at what you can get better at, put this game to rest, and then, full steam ahead. So.